Hi, I'm Shalee Super, your guide to world-class outdoors with Outside Yellowstone. There are endless dirt roads and trails to hike in Park County, Wyoming. Let us be your guide with Outside Yellowstone. Today we are exploring 3 locations: Cedar Mountain, west of Cody, Kerwin, south of Meeteetse, and Heart Mountain in Powell. Just a short 10-minute drive from downtown Cody is the trailhead to Cedar Mountain. From this trail you can see many of the endless vistas in Park County, including McCullough Peaks, Heart Mountain, and Rattlesnake Mountain. To the east of Yellowstone, the Shoshone National Forest and Bureau of Land Management has many hiking spots. Here, 80% of the land in Park County is federally managed. When choosing your destination, make sure to look up which agency manages the land you're hiking on. Their website will be able to tell you important safety information and seasonal closures. Cedar Mountain is managed by the Bureau of Land Management and is an important winter habitat for wildlife migrating out of Yellowstone. Always stay on designated trails and existing hiking areas. Heart Mountain dominates Park County's skyline on the east side of Yellowstone National Park. Heart Mountain is a geological wonder. The top of the mountain is actually much older than the bottom. The top of the mountain is limestone, formed 250 million years ago when the Bighorn Basin was an ancient sea. The bottom of the mountain is part of the Willward Formation, rocks that date 55 million years ago. How did this happen? Well, about 50 million years ago, an ancient volcano began to build Beartooth Mountain in the Absaroka Range. A massive sheet of limestone rose to the east and then shattered into pieces. The mountain was affected by the world's largest terrestrial landslide, a catastrophic event that happened about 30 miles away near Yellowstone National Park. During that event, the older rocks from Yellowstone slid here with the landslide debris. They were then deposited over the younger rock, capping the mountain with older sediment, reversing a more typical formation. Heart Mountain's intriguing anomaly has been studied by geologists from all over the world. Today, the land is privately owned by the Nature Conservancy. The Nature Conservancy rarely buys land, but as with their other preserves, the opportunity to conserve Heart Mountain Ranch was too important to pass up. The Nature Conservancy's mission is to conserve the lands and waters on which all life depends. There's a huge diversity of plants and animals on the preserve. It's here you'll find one of the largest concentrations of rare plants ever discovered on private property in Wyoming. Heart Mountain is more than just a pretty place. It is a working ranch and a living laboratory. The Nature Conservancy brought together scientists and ranchers to advance our knowledge of rangeland management ecology. The preserve hosts sustainable cattle grazing on its pastures, weed management projects, and wildlife field research. The preserve is teeming with wildlife, including elk, mule deer, and pronghorn. As you hike up, you'll often see elk prints all the way up to the summit. The preserve is also seeing an increased number of grizzly bears, which is why they have seasonal closures during their most active times. Always bring bear spray and always be sure to be bear aware. These procedures keep both bears and people safe. Make sure to check the Heart Mountain website for seasonal closures. There are a few rules to ensure a great visit for everyone. Number 1, as much as we all love our pets, dogs are prohibited on this trail. And number 2, vehicles are also prohibited, but horseback riders are welcome on the lower trails. Be prepared for some steep uphill stretches and rough footing, and don't forget your water bottle. It is a rugged 8-mile round-trip hike, but the hikers who get to the top of Hart Mountain are rewarded with spectacular views. We made the summit, and the views are amazing. Our next stop is near the town of Meeteetse. It's the ghost town of Kerwin and Amelia Earhart's cabin. Our third stop of the day is the gorgeous ghost town of Kerwin. Kerwin is located just 30 miles outside of Meeteetse and is filled with inspiring landscapes, endless hiking trails, and abundance of history that you get to experience firsthand on the trails. To get to this trailhead, you'll have to drive on a dirt road, cross a few streams, and handle an altitude climb over 9,000 feet. Although this trailhead isn't our most accessible hike in today's video, the history and landscapes will make it well worth your time. Our first hike inside of Kerwin will take us along the Wood River to Amelia Earhart's cabin remnants. This is where the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic was going to call her summer home in 1936. With the beauty that surrounds us, you can see why. Let's take a look around. After falling in love with Yellowstone and the beautiful landscape throughout Park County, Amelia Earhart commissioned Carl Dunrud to build her a summer home. He cut logs and laid the beginnings of the walls in 1936. However, 1 year later, Earhart's plane disappeared over the Pacific Ocean during her attempted around-the-world flight, and Dunrud stopped building. What you see today is what is left from years of harsh weather deteriorating the half-built cabin. Let's head back to Kerwin to check out the ghost town. Kerwin was once the site of a mining town that still has remaining buildings and relics you can explore today. Other than mining history, it's also a gateway to some of Wyoming's big and spectacular country. Let's go explore some of these 1900s buildings. Kerwin is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to exploring this area. There are 5 trail destinations that start here, all Alpine passes. The 3 I would recommend are the East Fork Pass, Bear Creek Pass, and the Grey Bull Pass. Bear Creek Pass is at 11,211 feet and requires about 6 miles of hiking to reach. East Fork Pass is at 11,171 feet and about 5 miles from the trailhead. Grey Bull Pass is the most scenic of the 3, is just 3 miles from the trailhead and reaches an elevation of about 11,480 feet. We had an amazing day. Whether you have all day or just a couple of hours, Outside Yellowstone has you covered. Join us on all of our adventures outside Yellowstone. Click, subscribe, and if you have questions, leave a comment.